Hi everyone, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Carmen. Most of my videos center around books. I love to talk about what I'm reading. I love reading. I love all things books. I'm also a stay-at-home mom and wife, and sometimes I include parts of my daily life in my vlog. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. Is I'm just going to bring you guys along this week, kind of do more of a mood reading, how much I can read in a week type of thing, which is kind of what my previous vlogs have been as well. But yes, this week is going to be a little bit more exciting because I just got a notification in my emails today that the 5th book of the Timeless series by Gabrielle Meyer just shipped. So I had pre-ordered it and I'm so excited. I literally got so giddy when I saw the email notification that it finally shipped. So it's gonna hopefully come this week. So I wanted to have a vlog where I can open it on camera and start reading it as well in my vlog. I'm too excited. I'm so excited. I was just talking to my friend Erica, and she is reading the 2nd book now in the series. She started it this last weekend while she was here to visit me and read it in like a day or so, a little over a day, and she's now reading the 2nd book and is over halfway with it through it now. She's excited and loving it as much as I did. And anyway, I was telling her I should vlog this week so that I can get my reaction to unboxing the new book and reading it. And she's like, yes, you definitely should. Also, I'm running a 5K this weekend. Who am I? I despise running to the core of my being. But back at the beginning of the year, when I was kind of going over like my goals and ambitions for this new year, is I wanted to push myself to do something hard, and something that I don't enjoy doing, just for the discipline of it. So since January, I've been slowly training. I've not been super consistent, probably not doing it like the professional 5K runners would do it, and I've also really slacked off on my training the last couple weeks, which is not ideal. It's not a huge like 5K in the sense, like my hometown volunteer fire department, they put it on every year in honor of my cousin, who was a firefighter who was killed in the line of duty about 8 years ago now. And it's something they do for the community to bring everyone together to honor Daryl's memory. And yeah, I've never been able to go home for that since when I lived in Colorado. It just never worked for me to come back. And since, yeah, I've always just wanted to at least go be there for the day to spend time, because most of my family shows up for it, my cousins, aunts and uncles, everybody. And a lot of my cousins and brothers are on the fire department as well, and I've always just wanted to be there. And I thought, this year you're gonna run the 5K even though you hate running, and you're gonna push yourself and you're gonna do it. And so that's what I'm doing this weekend. I don't know how I'm gonna do as far as like my time, because it's almost like I'm going from couch to 5K type of thing. But I am grateful for the training that I have done, because it has gotten easier to run since I started training. But I've not even run more than half of a 5K in my training. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. The point is that I'm just gonna do it, and I'm gonna try my best to get a good time in and just have fun with it as well. Just try to have fun with it, because I'll be running with a lot of people that I know, and it'll just be a good time together with the family and community. So other than that, I think I'm just going to be here at home most of the week as usual. I don't even do anything hardly except stay home, which I love, honestly. But yeah, we're gonna try to get lots of reading done this week. I just finished The Silent Woods last night. Are you kidding me? Goodness, I'll talk about that one in my wrap up. But man, that book gripped my soul. that was insane. And I'm just like, how in the world am I going to read anything else after that? And I was like really afraid that I would get into a reading slump. So I decided to pick up my favorite book, one of my top favorite books, The Lady and the Lionheart by Joanne Biscoff. And I'm just rereading it again, and it's squeezing my heart in all the best ways all over again. And it's just as much a 5-star read as it was the first time I read it. And I am loving it. I've literally done nothing but read today. There are things that I should be getting done, but I can't put it down, even though I've already read it and I know what's going to happen. But there's so many things that you just, little details in stories that you love that you kind of forget about until you reread it. And that's why I love rereads. It's just so good again. I'm not quite halfway through it, but I definitely want to finish this book first. And then I'm reading, or haven't started it yet, but on my Kindle, I queued up the second book in the Blades of Akhtar series. What is the author's name? Trisha Mingerink? I don't know. I don't remember who I saw here on BookTube recommend these books. I know Celestia has talked about them. But they were available on Kindle Unlimited, so I downloaded those and I read the first one, absolutely loved it, and so now I'm starting the second one. Those are the two books that I want to try to finish before the book by the 5th book. I don't remember the title. But once that book hits here, I want to have all these books finished so that I can start those. But that's the plan for this week. My book club is getting together one last time before we break for the summer. Since most of the moms have children in school, they take a break over the summer when their children are home. So we're getting together one last time tomorrow evening just for a little get together. Yeah, other than that, there's not much happening this week. So we're gonna try to get as much reading done as we can. Anyway, for this evening, my husband is gonna be gone. He's gonna be playing basketball. And so yeah, we're just gonna, Eden and I are just gonna have a chill evening here at home. I am sipping on a latte, as per usual. I'm just gonna sit here and read until my coffee is gone, and then I think I will get up and do some things around the house that need to be done. Even though I really just want to sit and read. Also, if the rain holds off, anyway, if the rain holds off, it's been raining all day, did I mention that? Perfect for reading. If the rain holds off a little bit later, I might go walk/run a little bit because I want to do a little more this week before the 5K. I do have to take Eden with me and push her in the stroller, which makes it a little harder to get my time better, but it will make the actual 5K easier because I won't be pushing 30 plus extra pounds like with a stroller and Eden while I'm running the 5K. So yeah, we're gonna hopefully do that this evening as well before it gets dark, and if the rain holds off. So those are the plans. Let's get to reading. So in the middle of filming that last clip with the rain, I got an alert on my phone, a weather alert, that there was a tornado warning for our county. So we're in the clear for now, so that's great. And otherwise I've just been working on cleaning the house up. So anyway, that's all done now. I'm very sweaty, it's very humid, and it's very humid inside our house, which is weird. So I'm very, ugh. So I think I'm gonna shower and get into my pajamas and then probably make some tea and sit down and read for the rest of the evening. So that's the plan. Good morning. Yeah, so I stayed up until 1 last night finishing this book. And it's still just as good as it was the first time I read it. It still just grips my soul. Oh, the characters in here, the way the gospel is presented in this book, the way the characters sacrificially love each other, especially one in particular, and the whole, really, yes, and the whole circus theme is fun, just everything about it. This book just probably will always be one of my top favorite books. It's just that good. I read it 2 years ago, apparently. Didn't realize it had been that long. But it was like I was reading it for the first time again, just because there are so many more details. Yes, that I forgot about. That it was just so much fun to read this book again. Did you find a little fox? Is he so cute? Anyway, because I stayed up so late, I slept in a little bit this morning, and I just got done eating my breakfast. I fed Eden and made myself a coffee. I have a call scheduled in about 15 minutes, but I'm gonna try to read until then, and I'm gonna go ahead and start The Blades of Akhtar. I've not even started this book yet. I just had it queued up on my Kindle. So yes, this is book number 2 in the Blades of Akhtar series. This one, the title for book number 2 is Deny. So the first one was Dare, this one is Deny. If you don't know what this series is about, I'll just give a quick overview. I only read the first book, obviously, but it's kind of a fantasy type book. No magic, but it focuses more. Are you trying to talk to them? Yeah, so it focuses very heavily on like the Christian faith and persecution and things like that. So it's all very interesting. And the first book is about a blade who works for the enemy king and the king who's persecuting the Christians and everyone. He is injured and he's taken into the home of a Christian family that he actually was involved in killing some of their family. And it's a story of forgiveness and redemption, because then he... No, I'm not gonna give spoilers. But yeah, this book is, second book obviously, is just continuing the series, so we're gonna get started reading. Are you gonna read the story? Okay, so it is much later in the day. My apologies. As soon as I filmed that clip and said I'm gonna read for 15 minutes until I had the call that was scheduled, she called me, so. Anyway, I had the call, and then what was I doing? We were outside for a bit, and then I made some lunch. We played in the kiddie pool. because it's very hot and humid today. I did read some out there, and I have been reading since then. Tried to put Eden down for a nap. She slept for maybe 30 minutes or so and did not. And all attempts at putting her back to sleep so she sleeps longer were futile. So today is not going like I had planned, but that's okay. I have been reading, I just haven't really been filming. I did get up to 14% now in this book, and I started around 2%. So, you know, some progress is being made. But right now, I also need to get some other things done. I'm gonna quickly tidy up my kitchen, and then I need to run to town to get a few groceries and food for tonight for our last book club get together. And I wanna go ahead and just go get that so that I can come back home and read for the rest of the afternoon, because I don't really need to do anything else before I leave, but just want to get that stuff done. So there's the update. So we're back from getting what we needed for the book club get together tonight. Let me move that over there. Afternoon coffee, a little snack, and Eden's got chocolate all over her face. Is it so yummy? So I'm gonna sit here and read for a while. I ordered till 5. I need to be there at 6, and I also need to prep some supper for Eden and my husband. Yeah. Before I go, so I don't know how much time I can actually sit here and read, but we're gonna try to get as much as I can. So the update today is that I decided to come to the thrift store. That was a spur of the moment decision. I originally left to go into town to go to Walmart to buy a few things that we need. And I was like, you know what? We have some time to quick run over to a thrift store that's a little bit out of the way. And I just decided to pop in because it's always fun to stop in at a thrift store. I'm gonna just browse and see what they have. Yes. I have not read anything. It's around noon, but haven't gotten any reading done today, so that's unfortunate. I did bring my Kindle along. When am I gonna read while I'm shopping? I don't know, but you know, you always bring it no matter what, just in case. I'll let you guys know if I find anything fun, especially if I find any books. This is the one thrift store that actually organizes their books a little bit, so it's more fun to browse what they have versus other places. They just kind of throw books on the shelf with no organization whatsoever, and it's just not fun to look through them. But anyway, there's the update. Okay, so I'm back from running to town and thrifting. I didn't find any books at the thrift store. There were a few that I kind of thought about, but I didn't want them bad enough to get them. They're very cheap. Their soft covers are like 25 cents and their hard covers are 50 cents. What? But I just didn't see any that I really wanted. But I found a few other household items, so I'll just quickly show you guys if you guys are interested. I love seeing what people find at thrift stores. So here we go. I found a wooden paper towel holder. The small metal one that I have is constantly kind of falling over every time I try to pull a paper towel off, and this just matches the aesthetic of my kitchen a little better with the wooden feature. So wooden checkers set, which I thought was cool. Cute little pottery mug. Stoneware actually is what it says on the bottom. Yeah, I love these little ones. When I'm drinking coffee, I usually like to have big ones, but I love these for tea, or even sometimes at night I'll make a decaf latte, and I like to have them in small little mugs like this. And I did find this little shirt for Eden, but this is my favorite piece that I found today. I have been waiting and hunting for these. I've looked on Facebook Marketplace, I've I watch at thrift stores every time I go, and I could not believe I found this, but it's an antique wooden high chair. It has a footrest. Eden is currently sitting in a booster seat that's like strapped to a regular chair that has a tray that clips on, and she doesn't have anything to rest her feet on, and so she's always propping them up underneath her tray, like on the edge of it. It's cute, but yeah. I wanted to have something that she can just sit on and put it up to the table, and this thing is it's adorable. I absolutely love it. It pays to have patience, apparently. Not always, because I haven't always found things that I wanted at thrift stores, but it's much more affordable too at the thrift store than what I've seen on Facebook Marketplace or antique stores, things like that. But I did also get this big, you see, basketball hoop. My husband loves basketball, and Eden also loves basketball. She loves to play with him. We have a tiny little hoop that's supposed to be a bath toy, but we have it stuck to the window on the porch, and she loves to play basketball out there, but this one is obviously one that she can grow into, and this net needs to be fixed. But this was only $5 at the thrift store. Wow. Like I said, I didn't find any books, but the other day Erica was up visiting, and we went to a bookstore, and it was the cutest little bookstore. They had cats running around in it. Eden loved the cats for sure. She was just chasing them, and the cat loved it too. It was having fun playing with Eden and hiding in the in the shelves and on the counters and everything. It was an adorable bookstore, and I'm going to visit anytime I go to that city, because I don't go over there that often. I could have spent so much more time and money in that place if I would have allowed myself, but I only walked away with a little stack. He has new and used books, but they're all very reasonably priced. I feel the new books are all a couple dollars cheaper than if you would buy it new, which I don't know how he makes money doing that, but it's a great little store. And one thing I love that he does is he does not put any stickers on his books for price tags. He puts them on a little sticky note on the inside cover so that you can take it off. He doesn't write on the books, he doesn't put stickers on, and I made the comment to him, and he's like, oh my goodness, I can't stand when bookstores do that, or they put stamps on it. I was like, yes, thank you for taking care of your books so that we don't have to deal with stickers. But let me show you what I got. The first two books were used books, but wow, it's very bright. This might not be an ideal spot. Let me see if I can fix it. I don't know. Can you see? This is Where the River Runs by Patty Callahan Henry. So she wrote Once Upon a Wardrobe. That one. I loved her writing in that book, and it moved me to tears. And I also read her book, The Secret Life of Flora Lee. I'll put the cover here. I really enjoyed that book. It did have just like one tiny section of content that I didn't love, so I don't own the book. I had borrowed it from the library, and he did have a copy of the book there at the store too, but I was like, I don't know if I want to have it on my shelf or just have it and put a disclaimer in it on what page it is that I don't love the little bedroom scene. It's not anything super explicit, but I just didn't like it, and they're not married, and so anyway, that's beside the point. But I wanted to try out some of her other books. And then I got Stealing the Preacher, book number 2 in the, is it book number 2? It's one of the series of the Archer brothers, and this one was my favorite. Well, one of my favorites. I love that series, honestly, and I didn't own this copy, so I grabbed that. And then these are the new books that I got. They're all C.S. Lewis, and I've been looking for these editions, and these were cheaper than buying them elsewhere. I was very happy to find them because I've been wanting to find most of his books in these editions. But the first one is The Screwtape Letters I've not read this one yet, but I definitely want to read it because there's another one, a book that's written more for ladies. I don't remember the title. I'll put the cover here too when I look it up. This one would be a recent release, but I haven't read the Screw Tape Letters yet. I know what the concept is, so I think it wouldn't really matter to go ahead and read the one for the ladies. But yeah, I wanted to read the Screw Tape Letters first. And then this one is Reflection of the Psalms. And then this one is on stories, just other essays on literature. So, and then he also had adorable little trinkets, bookish items, bookmarks and things. This one I thought was adorable. Okay, it's a little girl or a woman sitting there in a wingback chair reading a book with a bookshelf behind her. If I'd have red hair, it would be me. And then he had little pins. Can you see that? It's Pride and Prejudice. How pretty. I loved it. I like collecting pins to put on one of my backpacks that I have, but anyway, there's my little haul. Now to put things away and tidy up. I'm so tired. I stayed up way too late last night again. Okay, good morning. I just realized I haven't really given an update where I'm actually talking to you guys in a while. I don't remember what the last one was. But I did stay up reading last night, and I got to over 50% in the book. So I don't remember where it was when I started, but I'm making progress. And then this morning, after my Bible reading, I was sitting here reading some more. I was also watching some booktube videos as well, but I am now at 63% in this book, Deny. I am enjoying the book, but it does feel like it's dragging a little bit. So like after the excitement of the first book with the Blade being injured and meeting Rena and them taking him in and taking care of his injuries, things like that, and him. I don't want to give too many spoilers for the first book, but yeah, so now it's the second book and there's like a war starting. The resistance is fighting against the evil King Respin, and it's just more those details of the armies getting together. Details that I was just kind of getting bored with, and I was like, I want to get to the meat of the story, or what I feel like is the meat of the story, with the characters and the possible romance, you know. I'm definitely more in the mood for character driven stories, and when it goes into all the details about the army and the battles and the whatever, I'm just kind of like, let's speed it up a little bit. But it's still an interesting story, so that's great. I'll probably finish that book today at some point, but yeah. The update on the book that's coming, book number 5 in the Timeless series, I keep checking my tracking updates, and it shipped When was it? When did I discover the email? It's not gonna be here until Saturday. And we're gonna be gone down to visit my parents. And that's the day of the 5K. And so I'm not even gonna be here when it actually comes. And so then we're gonna come back home on Sunday. I was not expecting it to take that long to ship. Like, it's gonna be over a week before it actually gets here. So I'm a little annoyed at that, and I don't know if I can include it in the video. I started this video on Monday, so technically if I want to go a whole week, I could finish it on Monday and open the package. I'll open the package on Sunday, hopefully, and then possibly start reading it. But I was really hoping to read the whole book in this vlog, but we'll see how it goes. I keep checking the updates just to see if it possibly gets here sooner than Saturday, but yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Yeah, I might just have to find other books to read for this vlog, and then maybe just do a dedicated vlog to the 5th book of the Timeless series. I don't know yet what I'm gonna do. Are you gonna read Mama's story? You gonna read Mama's story?
Yeah.
Yeah, so today's gonna be kind of a busy day. I want to get the house completely tidied up and cleaned before we leave to head down to my parents for the weekend, and I need to do laundry so that I can pack. It's gonna be a busy day, so I don't know how much reading I'm gonna get done today. I'm about to make my coffee for the morning, and I'm gonna read my Bible first, and then I might pick up another book to read if I'm still have my coffee to finish. But yeah, so I finished the book last night, Deny. That one was interesting. Like I said, it was kind of hard. That one was a little harder to read in the sense that I was a little bored sometimes with the details about the army and everything, but it's obviously all part of the story. But this one was also a little more gruesome than I was expecting it to be. I thought this was a YA series and people's heads are getting chopped off. It's due to persecution and these Christians were being executed. But I was like, oh, okay, wow. The violence, and then the descriptions of the blood running through the courtyard and the horses walking through it. And all that aside, I still need to figure out what book I'm gonna pick up next, because I just checked my tracking again and the book is now delayed even more to next Tuesday. Such a disappointment. That's taking over a week and a half to get here. Is that normal for Baker House? What do you see? Oh, it's a frog, yes. Is that an elephant? I'll let you guys know what book I decide to pick up next then, so I just gotta figure that out. I gotta figure out what I'm in the mood for. Not have. This is ridiculous. No. Remind me again why we're doing this.
I don't even know. We're Delulu, I think.
Make sure y'all drop them. Keep putting water on it. Just keep going the same thing. T-shirt up there and put it over the top.
Guys, so we just got home from visiting my parents this weekend and it showed up. I had said that it was not going to come until Tuesday because that's what the update said, but it's here. I'm too excited. Let's get this open. Try not to cut any of the contents. It's wrapped up very well. I don't even really remember what the cover looks like. It's wrapped up very nicely. Oh my goodness, her covers are always stunning. Look at that. Every hour until then. There we go. Now I have the title. I always forgot the title. Lovely. It's so pretty. Wow. Okay. Got some goodies here tucked in the front cover. Just the receipt, a bookmark. With so much on the line, how can they choose just one life to keep and the rest to lose? Too good. Next is a sticker that says certified time crosser every hour until then. That's so neat. Are you kidding me? That's so cool. Is this like a, is this what they call the signed book plate? I don't know. I've never had one. What do you do with it? Is it a sticker? I'm confused. Clearly, I've never had, I don't know what this is. Anyway. Oh, that smells good. Oh my goodness, I didn't even see the back of it. It's all of it. So stunning. Victorian era London and World War II Washington, D.C. So that would be London, obviously. And DC, I'm assuming. It's so pretty. I need to go look at, okay, I don't own the physical books. I think that's why. I own the fourth one. But like this one, I need to get all of them in the series now, obviously, but I'm just like blown away by how beautiful this book is. It has the perfect amount of flop. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to read this. I might just carry this on until tomorrow now for sure, and then try to get this video up by Tuesday and read this book tomorrow. We'll see if we can actually get it done in a day. I'll at least start it. I am nearly finished with this book, so I'm going to try to finish this one tonight so that I can put all my attention on this one. So there we go. So excited. Oh, what? Okay, listen here, folks. Sorry, let me get this thing adjusted. I didn't read the back. I just started reading. I only got a couple pages in, but I decided to read the back and tell me what. Sorry, what? Let me read the back to you. Because it's clearly not a spoiler because it's here on the back. Gifted with the ability to time cross between Victorian-era London and World War II Washington, D.C., Catherine faces two lives fraught with danger. In 1938, amid the looming shadow of war, Catherine is invited to the London Museum as a guest curator to create a groundbreaking exhibit on Jack the Ripper and his reign of terror. As she delves into her grim research, she uncovers a chilling truth. Her own sister is destined to become the Ripper's final victim decades earlier. Sorry, what? Okay, because the first chapter opens up with her being in London 50 years earlier, and she's up late at night reading, something we have in common already, and she hears a noise and she walks out into the hallway and sees that her sister is leaving the house, and we don't know why. She's just gone, and she Catherine is the main character's name. She goes to her father's room to tell her that her sister just left and is going out into the streets on her own at night as a young girl, and she's like, surely he'll go stop her, and the dad is just like, she is dead to us, we're gonna forget her, whatever. I'm just like, excuse me, what did she do? And we don't know. And then I go to the next chapter, and it's obviously the next time period that she's living in, but it's only like a 50-year difference, like I mentioned earlier. So she's in London in the more in 1938 as well, and her mission is to try to find her sister that from her other timeline that disappeared. But like, it just says here on the back that she's dead. Gabrielle Meyer, why do you do this to me? Are you kidding me? What's gonna happen? Okay, 'cause let me read the rest of the back of the book to you. In 1888, in a race against fate, Catherine is assisted by her handsome childhood friend in hunting down history's most elusive killer. As they unravel the threads of mystery woven through time, Catherine must decide if she'll unmask the murderer history has chosen to hide, forfeiting a life with the man she loves to save her sister. Oh no! So that's gonna be the main thing of which timeline she chooses. She could choose to save her sister in the earlier timeline, which means she would forfeit that year. Because she would change history. Oh my goodness. This is too good. I knew nothing about this book. I just pre-ordered it. And I had no idea what the premise was. Oh my goodness. This book is gonna be too good, and I know it's gonna wreck me because it's already wrecked me in the first chapter. Why? Oh, that's awful. Oh my goodness. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. I have to keep reading. Oh my word. What? Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys. I'm hooked. I read 3 chapters. I did take a break to make my bread for the week, and then Eden was down for a nap, and the sun wasn't shining, it was cloudy and cool, so I was like, I'm gonna take this opportunity to go tackle the weeds in my garden again. And so I actually got a decent amount done out there, and then I came in to do the next process in the bread roll, and then Eden woke up, so I made us some lunch. So there's the update. I'm going to quickly eat and keep reading the book. Yeah, I really need to start editing this video so that I can get it uploaded tomorrow morning, but I don't know how far I will get into the book. I wish I could finish it today, but I don't have high hopes, but if I do, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that, and we're gonna get to reading. Bye. Okay, so another update. I have not been reading as much as I wanted to. I was just hanging out in the kiddie pool again with Eden this afternoon. It's easier to read my Kindle while I'm sitting out there versus holding a book that can get ruined just by a little drop of water, you know? On the Kindle, I can easily wipe it off if it would happen to get splashed by Eden, but I didn't want to ruin my new book, so I wasn't reading while I was sitting outside. Oh, it's every time I flap the pages, it smells so good. Oh my goodness. I am now in chapter 6, about 60 pages in. So I don't think I'll be finishing this book today, unless I just happen to speed through it this evening, because Vince is playing softball tonight and Eden's actually taking a really late nap right now. I should probably wake her up, honestly. But I am sitting here watching Chantel's latest video, a 24-hour readathon, and kind of having that play in the background. I'm gonna, yeah, keep reading until Eden wakes up, and then I'll try to get plenty of reading done this evening. I just don't know if I'll finish this book, which I really wanted to finish it for this vlog. So maybe we'll just make it extra long and carry it into tomorrow morning. But this, if I finish this book, I keep staring at it. It's just so pretty. Look at that. It's just stunning. The colors are immaculate. Wow. Yeah, if I finish this one, at least by tomorrow morning, I'll have finished 5 books in about a week's time. A little over a week. That's great. I need to stop talking now and get to reading so I can actually finish it. So, bye. Y'all, this book, what is happening? I'm just like, all the other books were centered around historical events that we know the outcome of. As I was saying, all of the other books are centered around historical events that we know the outcome of. This one centered around Jack the Ripper, where we don't know the identity of who the man was, like the actual name of Jack the Ripper. And this is all just so mind-boggling. Like, how is she gonna make this all work out? But I know she can do it, and I'm just like so curious how she's gonna reveal things, or like the plot twists that are kind of inevitable in her books, in this series anyway. Like, my heart is pounding, especially right now because Catherine, I can't spoil things. Basically, there's a chance that Catherine might see Jack the Ripper. So that's intense. What's happening? Okay, you guys, I'm just gonna finish this book for this vlog. I have 100 pages left, and I'm reading through it fairly quickly. The video is just gonna go up much later today than I wanted it to. But today is the release day for this book, so happy release day, Gabrielle. And the book is incredible so far. I still have no idea how she's gonna finish this. Like, this one is just so different. Like I mentioned before, that like all of the other historical events that the characters were in and around is kind of like settled history. Like, we know how it turns out. Obviously there's some extra things thrown in for those characters to have lived in that time, whatever. But this one is just so intriguing. Like, I'm just very curious to read the author's note at the end with how she came up with this and why it came up, because I know that there are a ton of theories out there for who Jack the Ripper was and why there's not a ton of evidence for who he was, whatever. But the way she wove it into this story is very much centered around the Freemasons. And it's like, that may be a theory, but I've never heard of that theory, honestly. So I'm just very curious to read the author's note at the end. But I'm also just curious how she's gonna wrap the story up, because I still don't know. I mean, it's kind of obvious at this point in the book what Catherine's gonna do and which timeline she'll end up staying in. But if you've read the other books in these series, you know there's gonna be some kind of plot twist or something changes in the story. And I'm just so curious to see what she's gonna do. I have some theories myself. I just don't know. It's so good. It's so good. If you've loved the series so far, I think you will definitely love this one as well. But again, there is that different aspect of it. Like, I don't know if what I said made sense about the history being settled versus, like, this one is more centered around theories about who Jack the Ripper might be, and it's built up. Like, Catherine, back in the 1888 timeline, is trying to figure out the identity of Jack the Ripper, and we obviously don't know who it is. So she's not gonna discover the identity, but also, like, all the connections of the victims of Jack the Ripper the way it's set up in this book just makes sense that they should know who it is, but I've never heard the theory before, like if it's an actual theory or if this is just Gabrielle's take on things. So I'm very curious to read the note at the end, but I don't want to read it yet because I'm afraid it might spoil things. All that to say, I need to keep reading to finish this book. 100 more pages. Let's do it. This is too sad. I don't know. I just don't know how it's gonna end. And this is so sad. What in the world? Okay, so I figured this would happen, but what's the explanation? Are you singing? Okay, but how does it... No. Just enjoy the story. Don't pick apart the plot. Just... What? I'm so confused. What? This is how it's gonna go? Mama's okay. Mama's just freaking out over the book. See, my brain and my logic is picking this apart too much. I need to just enjoy the story for what it is. What? I really need to be getting ready for the day. I need to be doing so many things. I'm actually going to Colorado in a couple days, so I need to do some things today so that tomorrow goes easier for doing laundry and packing and the last minute things before a trip. So we're gonna leave early Thursday morning. But I want to finish the book. I truly am so... I have to keep telling myself to stop picking apart things about how it would work, because this is obviously made up with time travel and everything, but again, the history aspect of it is making me like, how does this work? Because the other books didn't necessarily change things or make up facts about history, except those characters, obviously, because they didn't exist in real life. But still, the way this is done, if you read it, you might understand what I'm trying to say, because this reveal, it's blowing my mind. Like, how is she gonna make this all work out? I don't know. I'm gonna get dressed. And we're dressed for the day. Perfect. Got one thing accomplished, but I'm gonna keep reading just because I'm very close to finishing it. I am about, trying to do some math here, 50 some pages to go yet, so we're gonna go finish it. I can't say anything because it's spoilers. That doesn't make sense. Why would he kill them if he is against them? Ugh. I don't understand. Okay, so I was right about that. So we were right about that. My goodness, the day just keeps going on by faster and faster. Okay, less than 30 pages to go. Chapter 29. Okay. That's just the saddest thing about these books is that no matter what life she chooses, or if she forfeits the one, there's always somebody she loves that she's leaving behind. 19 pages. Wait, I'm reading up too far ahead. Oh my goodness, what was that? Spoilers. So weird. This time traveling stuff is so weird. Aww. Stop it. That's too sweet. Oh my goodness. Oh, is she gonna be in the next book, maybe? So we know which time period she's gonna be in. It's done. No, what a ride. My goodness. Interesting. So the Freemason theory is actually one of the many theories out there. I did not know that. But she said they weren't. So I don't know if that's a spoiler. I might cut that out because, yeah. Just read the historical note at the end. There we go. I love how she, in the end, is having to explain that certain details about the Freemasons is just made up. Protecting herself. Oh, that was really, really good. I really enjoyed that. Oh yeah. Again, I did try to pick it apart too much with my history of living self and just how the whole timeline things work and the identity of Jack Ripper, but it was really, really good. I don't know if this one will quite get 5 stars, but it's really close, at least 4.5. I really, really enjoyed that. Loved it. Now I need to go edit this video and get it uploaded today. If you stuck around this long, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.